Good morning, guys. So, like I promised, this is going to be the first topic that we really try to do. The whole idea when I talk about technique is that I want you to look at technique. I don't want you to look at it, it is actually just a way of doing something. So, what I want you to look at technique as is imagine as if it's a mountain, and reaching the summit is actually understanding the technique completely. Now, when you first attempt this unknown mountain, there are going to be trails. There are going to be multiple trails that you can see that people might have gone through. Some of them lead to a dead end, while some of them will help you summit this mountain. Technique. But there are no signs for most cases that these routes might go to the top or might be a dead end. And the only way that you find them out is by doing them by yourself or actually watching a friend. Now, although you will find very quickly a trail that looks like has a lot of visitors and is for sure like the fastest way to reach the top, but I want you to not move to the next mountain, but rather try exploring maybe a new trail or maybe starting from scratch and doing that. Now, the real question is, would you rather spend time exploring different mountains, or would you rather spend time exploring the same mountain, and why you should be doing either one of those? Well, in my opinion, I feel it's always better to have more mountains, but it is equally important that you spend or revisit these older mountains. Now, by mountains, guys, I hope you remember we're talking about techniques. So, why and how can you sort of revisit these techniques? Well, I have a few things or ways that you can think of for revisiting your old techniques. Um, you can start by adding variability. Now, what do I mean by variability? Is adding or changing a certain aspect of your technique in practice. So, for example, you could change the speed at which you do your thing. Could be any technique. So I'm not being specific of what technique, but I'm being specific of how you could be doing it. You could try doing it faster, you could try doing it slower, you could try doing it with mixed speed, so half of it fast, slow. You get the idea, right? You could also change the height. Now it could be the height of the technique, the height of the obstacle, or the height at which you do the technique. So it can vary very differently. The same could be done with landings. You could change the surface that you land on, you could change the weather that you're trying to land in,